What's going on, guys? Axel here, and today I'm going to show you my rotation that I use for level 60 35 durability items. I'm going to start with Chrysolite just to show you, but keep in mind if you're doing a lower level craft like Mithrite nuggets or titanium nuggets or even adamantite, any of the lower gems, I'm not going to list all of those because there's way too many. It's obviously going to be a little bit easier to high quality, so you're going to change the rotation just a little bit for those. But for the most part, this is basically going to work for all of them. My stats are very simple. Craftsmanship's at 691, 697 control, and 441 CP. Pretty basic level 60 gear. The only green piece that I've made is my necklace, which isn't very better than the regular level 61. I don't even have melds in my main and offhand right now, I noticed. So this is really basic stuff as long as you got a couple of melds. My CP's buffed because of the food I'm using, which is just high quality booty base. If you use the I think it's called seafood chowder or something like that, the newer CP food, it gives you more CP, I think like 50 for high quality, and it gives you like an extra 20 control or something like that. That's obviously going to make this easier, but it's also more expensive, so keep that in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and start this and show you. And the first one I'm going to do, I'm pretty much going to bomb the whole thing. I'm not going to touch a single good condition with tricks of the trade or with precise touch or anything like that. I'm just going to show you the very basic non-buffed version of it. That way you have an idea of what you're looking at. When I did this in testing, I ended up anywhere from about 47% chance to, I think one of them was like 90 something, just because I happened to hit Byregot on a good condition or something like that. So just with horrible luck, the worst case scenario, you're going to have about a 50% chance to high quality the item. So the rotation starts with Comfort Zone, Inner Quiet, Waste Not 2, and Steady Hand 2. Steady Hand 2. Make sure you 2. Don't I messed that one up. And then from there, you're going to do 5 touches, whether it be Precise Touch or Basic Touch. And for this example, like I said, I'm just going to do 5 basic touches just to show you the worst case scenario. So that's 3. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have 10 durability left now. So I still have room for one more hit because I have 2 waste knots. So I'm going to do Steady Hand 2 again. And I'm going to do one more touch just to get the most out of waste knot. And then I'm at 5 durability, so I need to mend. So use Master's Mend 1. And then if your craftsmanship is a little bit higher than mine, you can actually complete the item with 2 Careful Synthesis 2s. I cannot with my goldsmith stats. I have to use 3 of them. So with 35 durability, if every step takes 10 durability down, you technically have 4 shots here. So since I have to use 3 of them for Careful Synthesis, that only leaves me 1, and I need to use Byregot. So I'm going to go ahead and do my Byregot rotation, which is Great Strides Innovation Byregot. 47%. That is what I wanted. That's the lowest I've hit yet with my current stats. I've never seen anything lower than that. So right under a 50% chance to do it. And then you finish it off with 3 Careful Synthesis 2s. And if you're lucky, you'll high quality that, because I didn't. So this time I'm going to show you with all of the stuff. And that was just, again, to show you a baseline. The worst situation, you're going to have 47%, about 50%, depending if your stats are vary a little bit from mine, of a chance to high quality it. So if you're just getting to level 60 and you need to do some stuff, or you're trying to make just some battle gear for yourself or for someone else, or even some crafting stuff, anything that requires something to be made at level 60 with it, this will work. It's just not, obviously, the better stats you have, the higher chance you're going to have to high quality it. One thing to keep in mind of is if you are doing, like I said, a lower level craft, your high quality rate, just with the basic touch method I just did, is going to be a lot higher. If you're doing a level 51 craft and you have stats like this and you're level 60, you're probably going to get close to a 90% in a worst case scenario. So this is, I picked the hardest level 30 or level 60 35 durability item I could to show you this. I specialize in blacksmith, carpenter, and alchemist, so goldsmith isn't exactly my cup of tea here, but my blacksmith is 2-star, and I know for sure I can complete the item with 2 Careful Synthesis, so I add an extra touch in there at the end just to make it easier. So I'm going to do this rotation again using all the good conditions this time just to show you as an example what the spectrum is. And I completely missed that one, but that's fine. That one I wanted to ignore anyways because I need to get every single waist knot perfectly. So 5 touches, regardless of which one you use. 2, 3, 4, and one more. Since I lost steady hand, I'm going to put that back on. And then I have one more touch. I need to mend. Now during that phase, if you run out of steady hand and you get a good condition, normally I would use Tricks of the Trade, but that's going to kill one of my waist knot hits and I'm not going to get an extra touch in there. So even without steady hand on that, in that first phase, use Precise Touch because you want to keep waist knot going properly. And then you can adapt otherwise from there. So again, I have to just finish it because I don't have enough craftsmanship to complete it with 2 shots of Careful Synthesis. So Byregot, again, 47%. Not going to get lower than that. And, oh, Prismatic right at the end. But I high quality it, so it doesn't matter. Haha, I win. I want to show you guys one with it, just to so you have an idea of what you got. The highest I've gotten with this is flat out 100% with, I think, 2 precise touches. So it's really a night and day difference when it comes to this. 2, 3, and it's a simple rotation. It's not like you're using the majority of like this whole bar and this whole bar and one back here. It's very simple stuff. It's only about 6 or 7 moves. It's just a matter of when you use them. And I am not going to get lucky this time either. Now I get it. So in this situation, I've already lost waist knot. It doesn't matter, so I'm just going to go ahead and just take the Tricks of the Trade and get the extra CP. Try to buff up Byregot in a second a little bit more. So we're going to do Great Strides and Innovation. I actually have enough CP to use Ingenuity too, just to kind of bait a good condition or an excellent condition for Byregot. Didn't work out, but either way, it's an extra step. And I missed it. Holy cow. Okay, well that one was a terrible example, and I now have a new record for low on there for 9%. So I'm going to do one more just to try to show you guys. This isn't exactly panning out the way I wanted it to, but at this point I'm going to have to deal with it. See, I got a good condition, Precise Touch. One more. Steady Hand. And Basic Touch. Master's Mend. Byregot Rotation. %, so not bad. And I just realized why I screwed up on that last one. With that last one left, I had 3 shots for Steady Hand. When I used Great Strides and Innovation, I had 1 Steady Hand left, and I should use Byregot. When I used Ingenuity, it dropped Steady Hand, and I didn't notice it. So do not do that. Don't try to buff it more. Apparently that doesn't work, and that was a really stupid idea on my part. So with where you should be at before you use Byregot, you only got 3 Steady Hands left. You use Great Strides, Innovation, and Byregot. And let that be that. Take your 47%, otherwise you're going to screw up like I did. So with 1 Precise Touch, I believe that's what I got through there. I don't think I got any more. Yeah, with 1 Precise Touch, it put me up to 84%. If I got 2 Precise Touches, I know for a fact that would have given me 100%, and it wouldn't have been a problem. So that's the majority of it. If you guys have any other rotations with this that work out better, by all means, definitely let anyone know. Or even put it in the comments and let me know. But I'm just trying to do a very baseline. Obviously, with my Blacksmith being 2-star, I can high quality this kind of stuff no problem without even trying. I can just hasty touch my way through it and let that be that. But when you're kind of struggling for gear and materia and trying to make progress without being able to, this is a good way to do it. Also, let me check something real quick. Because I'm going to be making a blue script video too, but I don't know what I want to do yet for that. But yeah, that's the basic of it. It's a really simple rotation, and of course I'm going to put the rotation in the description of the video so you guys can see it, and it'll be there for a reference if you need to go back and look at it and watch it as you're using it. But for the most part, it's not a very hard... I just screwed up this craft. It's not a very hard rotation in general. It just takes a little bit of luck here and there, but nowhere near as bad as spamming Hasty Touch non-stop. If you do that, it's not going to be good. You may get really lucky. You may get 100% with a couple of Hasty Touches. I usually do that, but it depends. But yeah, that's it. Pretty simple rotation, pretty basic gear, decent amount of melds. But again, if you have higher melds than I do, better craftsmanship, better control, maybe even more CP than I do, it's going to go easier for you. And keep in mind, when you're doing lower level stuff, it's going to be easier as well. So don't forget to like and subscribe and donate if you want. That would definitely help us make more videos and get more content out there. Going forward, I already have plans to be making a blue script crafting video, a red script crafting video, and doing some more stuff with gathering, like mining and fishing and stuff like that. And eventually, once I get brave enough, I'm going to go on my blacksmith and I'm going to show you guys 2-star rotation, because there's a lot of money invested in that. So if I screw it up on camera, I'm gonna flip out. And maybe you guys will get to see me flip out. That'd be awesome. So that's pretty much it. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.